Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? Well, I'm tired and befuddled, which probably means I'm fully back to normal after the Christmas break. If I say so myself, we have a cracking show for you today. A heady mix of sexy new equipment, explosive demolition, and just a sprinkling of righteous indignation, so be sure to stick around. Also today is apparently International Thank You Day, whatever the hell that is. I've reflected that in our question of the day, which I'll be posting in just a second. Also, as many of you know, our friend James Doble has been in the wars medically for some time now, has just found himself back in hospital again. So despite that, he is still tuning in, and I'm sure a few get well messages will help brighten his day. So please send him your best wishes rather, in the chat. While you're doing that, I'm going to post the question of the day, and I'm going to roll the intro to get this show on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It's Tuesday, the 11th of January, and as that remarkably persistent guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, how the tree-hugging protestors of old have been replaced and how science is being used to prevent demolition. We say a fond farewell with an explosive goodbye to an Oregon University landmark. We're going to get chilly with Hidromek, or Hidromek, depending how you like to pronounce that, and Chinese manufacturer SOCMA has got a wheel loader that has gone all electric. Stick around also to the end of the show as we bring you the very latest addition to the Hitachi wheel loader range. We'll get to all of that in just a second, but first let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be enjoying a birthday on this day of days. Happy birthday! And it's many happy returns to Miners' Union leader and thorn in the side of Margaret Thatcher, Arthur Scargill, to East Street Band saxophonist, the late great Clarence Clemens, and to Dire Straits drummer Terry Williams, to former England football captain Brian Robson, and a happy birthday to No More Drama singer Mary J. Blige, and to that Leicester goal machine, Mr. Jamie Vardy. Many happy returns to them, one and all. There was a time when you could spot them a mile off. In fact, there was a time when you could smell them a mile off. Environmentalists and eco-warriors attempting to block demolition or construction works used to look like escapees from the Glastonbury Festival, unkempt, pasty, and with unwashed hair clumped into a nest of dreadlocks. They would arrive under the cover of darkness carrying placards, herbal cigarettes, and chains with which to attach themselves to gates or equipment. Simpler times. Now, however, we're seeing a new breed of eco-warriors that are objecting to demolition and construction. And rather than carrying placards, they are coming armed with something far more formidable: science. And while the great unwashed of years gone by could be removed with nothing more substantial than a court order, the new environmental lobby might actually prevent demolition and construction from ever making it past the planning stage. We've reported several times recently about concerns over the embodied carbon contained within existing buildings that would be considered wasted if the structure were demolished. Most recently, when he wasn't stuck in a BBC lift, we saw our Secretary of State for Housing, Michael Gove, putting a permanent block on the proposed Tulip Tower project in London over embodied carbon concerns. And now comes the news that the same argument is being used to potentially prevent the demolition of the 1960s built John Lewis building up in Sheffield. Sheffield City Council is scheduled to take control of the building very soon and is thought to be drawing up redevelopment plans. Now, some estimates suggest that the cost of revamping the building could be as much as £20 million, raising the possibility that demolition and reconstruction might actually be more cost effective, at least financially. But according to the boffins at Urban Flows Observatory, more than 4,300 tonnes of carbon were released in the production of the materials used in the 5-storey building when it was built. To further illustrate their point, the observatory has explained that the embodied carbon that could be lost if the building is demolished is equivalent to 4,000 flights from London to New York, 17,000 trips by car from from Land's End to John O'Groats, or running a domestic oven non-stop for 800 years. Those figures are apparently based upon calculations using information provided by Sheffield City Archives. And here's the issue. In days gone by, local councillors like nothing more than getting behind a regeneration project during their tenure. Some regional mayors have staked their entire reputation upon bringing to fruition some out with the old, in with the new project during their stay. But the times, they are a-changing. And now there might just be as many votes to be won in retaining an existing building and the embodied carbon trapped within it as there used to be in the ribbon cutting on a new building. Tree huggers and muesli botherers were relatively easy to move. Scientists and vote-hungry local officials may not be quite so easily budged. According to the long-term weather report, and frankly, who the hell believes them, demolition used towers will be hit with snow during February. Based on previous experience, that probably means 4 snowflakes followed quickly by traffic chaos, which is a shame because I actually quite like snow, and my job now means that I can happily enjoy it through the window without having to venture into it. Anyway, should February's snowfall in Surrey turn out to be a little heavier than usual, I know exactly where to turn. And that is how you enjoy snow at its very best. Pretty, but best watch from the safety of indoors with essential heating cranked up to max.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
It's easy to think of the electrification of equipment as a British thing or as a European thing. But even though the country has a less than impressive track record in the field of environmental stewardship, even China is heading down the path towards zero emissions. Take a look at this. I've reached out to the manufacturer to see if and when that machine might be available here, and I will keep you posted as soon as I hear more.
Xoft and Svantec are your high-end partners for noise, vibration, dust and air quality systems, sensors and software. To find out more, visit xoft.co.uk or call 01234 639 550.
Students at Oregon State University were startled recently as one of the stands on their beloved Reser Stadium was demolished in spectacular style. Opened in 1953, the home of the Oregon State Beavers is undergoing renovation, and that renovation led to this. As any good beaver might say, damn. Well, hallelujah and praise be. A £3 million refurbishment and repair contract at the Handel and Hendricks Museum in London's Mayfair has been given the green light, and the Hallelujah project, as it's known, is now out to tender. A key part of that project requires some sensitive demolition of part of the existing building in Mayfair's Brook Street. At the time of broadcast, a suitable demolition contractor has yet to be appointed. You can find out more about this project lead and countless more just like it over at Builders Conference. And if you'd like to know how to get leads like this delivered direct to your inbox, then please call Nigel O'Sullivan using the number that is scrolling across the foot of the screen as I speak. Just before Christmas, you might recall that we brought you some very brief but tantalising footage of a new Hitachi wheel loader that was coming down the road. Well, that wheel loader has now arrived, and I can show it to you right now. And that right there is the Hitachi ZW180-7. If you'd like to know more about it, including a full set of specs, you can find a link in the chat right about now.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that just about wraps up the main part of the show. I know the chat has been busy, so I'm going to leap gazelle-like over there to see what you're all saying today. If you can't stick around, then stay safe, look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. And in the meantime, thanks for watching.